Yes. Oh, so good. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the SuperRadPodcast. As always, I'm your host, Tooth, joined with Mr. Nick, the Ox Gerlach.
Hi.
Hi. Today for the jams, we have Bloody Tears from Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. Super hype jams.
Give it a second.
Yeah, totally.
Wow, that timing works out perfect.
That was sick. Oh man, so good. So, today we just got done watching a film. That's the part I was talking about. Bam, bam,
That is the
bam,
best part.
Anyway, we just got done watching a film, and I think it could be the greatest video game movie. Documentary movie.
King of Kong.
Yeah, King of Kong is really, really good.
Well, either way, it was, it's called Indie Game?
Yeah, Indie Game the movie. And if you guys haven't seen it, it's basically about the development and making of Super Meat Boy and Fez.
And, to a lesser extent, Braid.
Right, yeah. And kind of like, they do like a little background on history of independent games in this generation. So it's like for Xbox and PlayStation. You know, it's not like homebrew games or anything like that for the NES or Atari, you know, like people used to make back in the day.
Yeah, it's like downloadable stuff.
Yeah, it's everything like in the Xbox Live Arcade and shit like that. But
I'm sure people that listen to this have never heard of those games. So
right.
Now you know. Go out and download them.
Yeah, right. There's super small games that no one's ever heard, like Minecraft. No, but it's a really fascinating documentary that it's really personal, and it was amazing. I saw it for the second time today, and Nick saw it for the first time. So we're gonna talk about that today, and we got some other cool shit to talk about. So, but yeah, for the most part, it is about Super Meat Boy and Fez. Super Meat Boy is, you know, made by two guys, Team Meat, and it just kind of shows their relationship in making the game, you know. But the Fez part
is taxing.
Yeah, the Fez part though is just like so intense because it was made originally by these two guys, but then they had a fallout or whatever. Fallout. Game jokes.
Which, yeah, ironically, came out the same week as
Super Meat Boy. Yeah, the Fallout New Vegas. A little bit of trivia or knowledge, I guess. But the Fez thing, these two guys were making it. They had a falling out or whatever, legal shit. So it's basically this one guy that's been slaving over it for past 4 years. And if you followed the development of Fez, you know, it was one of the most hyped up games from 2008 to like 2012. Finally dropped in 2012.
We've talked about it on the podcast before.
Yeah, we have talked about it. It finally dropped in 2012 to, you know, tons of success. So, but you can just see how taxing making a game is when, you know, all these people are, you know, like, where's this game? And they show it's only two people making the game, you know?
I was worried about the guy, to be completely honest with you. I was.
Well, yeah, he says, like, they're like, what happens if you can't finish the game or whatever? He's like, I'll kill myself.
Yeah, he says it twice.
Yeah, and he's not joking. He's straight up. And then there's a lot of parts with Jonathan Blow, who made Braid, because Braid was kind of the first super successful Xbox Live Arcade, like, indie game, besides, like, Castle Crashers, but...
From what I understand, Soulja Boy is a fan of that.
All you got to do, man, you just jump around and fucking... What does he say? Like, it's like Mario, you don't do nothing.
He be rewinding stuff.
Yeah. For some reason, there's, like, a really shitty, like, YouTube video of Soulja Boy that they show in it.
2 times.
2 times. But... it's just a great documentary. If you like video games, if you don't even like video games, I mean, honestly, if you like films, like,
yeah, if you like documentaries, you wouldn't even really have to have an interest in...
Yeah, the subject matter, honestly, because it's just really compelling, and, yeah. So we cannot recommend it enough. It's streaming on Netflix For all you people out there that have Netflix, you can go check it out. It's really, really good.
We actually can recommend it enough. We just haven't done it yet.
What were your favorite parts? I know you liked Edmund a lot, one of the guys from Team Meat.
Yeah, I was a big fan of him. It was, well, I think overall they just chose the best possible people to be interviewing for it.
Yeah, they're very articulate.
I don't know if it was by chance, just because those were, like, the games that were coming out at the time, or they, you know, chose from a huge pool of people and those were the best ones. But yeah, I was a fan of that guy. I guess my favorite part specifically, I know this is kind of general, but just like that nothing horrible happened with like
Tommy.
Yeah, my main man. Well, Tommy, he was going bald.
Yeah, he's the other guy from Team Meat.
Yeah. I mean, he was
stressing.
He was really putting himself out there.
Yeah.
And then my main man on Fez, I was a little worried that he might have some sort of incident.
Yeah, I really thought it, especially like at PAX or whatever, because they showed the dude at PAX, and he might not be able to present Fez at PAX because of the legal thing that's going on with his ex-partner. And it's literally like 8 hours until like PAX opens, and he still doesn't know, and he's just like freaking out. I really thought he was like gonna do something crazy too.
But I guess my favorite part would have been when Tommy was like in their diner with his parents. He was like, oh, I'm gonna pay my parents' house off, and that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then like other like Chopstash dude and his wife were getting a kick out of everything. That was kind of nice to see. It has a happy ending, which is kind of weird for a documentary.
Yeah, because like you keep thinking, you're like, okay, it's like when's the other like
just for something terrible.
You're like, when's the other shoe gonna drop? Like what's going on? No, but it's like it's not. There's no, I guess, surprise ending. We're not gonna get, no spoilers, but I mean, it's, it's a nice documentary, The guys don't kill themselves like they seem like they're going to half the time because they're just so stressed out,
Well, speaking of Braid, I'll erase the last 3 minutes of podcast, and you didn't hear anything I said about the documentary. Watch it and enjoy
it. Rewind. Clever, using game.
Jumping on stuff.
Fuck that. Soldier Boy's an idiot. Here at first on the SuperRadPodcast, like you already didn't know it, but whatever. Fuck him.
Soldier Boy, tell him.
Oh yeah. What? Why?
You left out his last name.
So dumb. But yeah, Indie Game the movie. Go see it.
Very good.
Very.
I'm not just saying that for the podcast. I was like.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've reviewed stuff before, and we said we haven't liked it, so. No, but it is great. 5 stars. I
put it below King of Kong and above Chasing Ghosts. That's my personal opinion of what I took from it.
I like it as much as I like King of Kong.
I like the Super Meat Boy guys a lot. They both seemed like,
I could tell when we were watching it.
They both seemed like fucking legit human beings, but they're not quite on a Steve Wiebe level.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah. Steve Wiebe really does, but you can definitely still relate with them a lot. They're like normal dudes. The dude's rocking like a hard Melvin's shirt, dude.
The Darth Maul.
No, that's so rad.
Well, it wasn't actually Darth Maul, but
it just looked like it.
He had a Melvin. It was a subpar Melvin shirt, but it's still cool.
Yeah, and he was rocking a Sono shirt too. It's so rad. But yeah, go see it. Go check it out. If you like video games, documentaries, whatever, it's really, really, really good.
Yeah, dude, buy the shirt. Buy the Darth Maul Melvin shirt.
Listen to Stoner Metal.
Get a new Lego Phantom Menace.
Play video games. Get high.
Is there a Lego Phantom Menace? I'm sure there is.
Yeah, there's a Lego Star Wars trilogy. I actually have it. Yeah, I do have it. Yeah.
Prequels, though?
Yeah. It's brutal. No, it's a fun game, but anything obviously involving Phantom Menace is like the worst.
Sebulba always wins.
Sebulba always wins. That's probably like a really bad Sebulba impression. I don't know, I haven't seen it in so long.
That would be a Watto impression.
Oh yeah, that fat idiot with the fucking wings.
It was still a bad one, but that's...
Oh, at least we're getting the characters right. Alright, no, fuck that. That's enough Phantom Menace talk for every single podcast put together forever.
I don't think it is, though.
No,
what
fuck
you have
that.
to understand is that his
We're
lightsaber
done.
comes out on both sides.
We're done. We're done. Nope. I'm not going down that road. We're done. Thank you, music.
But he was conceived
Oh, no.
purely of metachlorians.
No. We're done.
Okay.
Oh.
Only metachlorians. That's all it was.
I was gonna let you do it one more time before I cut you off. So recently, I remembered what else I wanted to talk about today. Recently I finally got a DS. Nick, this is the first time you got to play it. Let me know what you think about it. I got Elite Beat Agents. We've been playing the hell out of that, man.
I had a brief but meaningful tryst with Elite Beat Agents.
You've been playing that recently. Every time you come over,
That is true.
you got farther than me when I was playing.
I like it a lot. DS in general, I like a lot. That's actually the first time I ever played one. Elite Beat Agents is, I mean, you can pick it up pretty fast, but it's definitely overwhelming at first.
Yeah.
Some of the subject matter with the storylines is
Oh man, that Christmas one is so brutal, so heavy. But
basically, the whole movie is just, or the whole game is an advertisement for the movie Ghost Dad.
yeah, Cosby Steez.
So get out there and rent that on VHS from Drug Mart.
Go to your local drug mart. Rent the VCR too. Remember
And like a really
doing that?
thick, a really thick, like plastic casing.
Oh, the shell case.
Yeah, you can like drop a curling iron on, and like nothing will happen to it.
Cement block.
Yeah, that game is insane, but yeah, the gameplay is really, really fun.
It's addictive.
And it's simplistic. There's simplicity to it. Well, to quote my boy
Jonathan Blow.
To quote my boy, Jonathan Blow, or Fez designer too. There's
making up words.
There's a simplicity to it
yeah.
that makes it really enjoyable.
Yeah, the one thing about any game in the movie, there are at least 2 or 3 instances of completely made up words.
Well, there's 2 schools of thought on that. The first one is they're making up words or just accidentally saying words that don't exist.
Yeah.
And the other school of thought is they're just using words I've never heard or don't know what they mean. And if that's true, then they're still shitheads because they're going out of their way to try to sound smart, which also makes them shitheads.
To make you seem dumb.
I got zero respect for that type of thing, to be honest with you. But either way...
You're like, wait a minute, I'm giving that documentary a 0 out of 5. They're shitheads.
I would like to retract my previous statement.
Again.
So I guess I'm
rewind. Yeah.
Reread. I'm braiding my statement.
Times 2.
Braid squared statement.
My mind explodes. I'm like, I can't even fathom braid X2.
Alright, man, whatever, man. The Pythagorean theorem. Okay, Elite Beat Agents is cool. It's addictive to start out with. The game dynamic, it never really changes, just more like adds on to
it adds things on.
Simplistic thing that it already is. But it gets really, really hard, really fast.
The jams are sick too.
Yeah, really jams. Earth, Wind, and Fire on there.
September, my jam. Fucking Highway Star?
Village People came out of nowhere. That was
cool. Yeah, in the Navy. Or was it YMCA?
I think it was YMCA.
Was it? Okay.
It was either YMCA or in the Navy.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can sympathize with both of those. I was kissing dudes last night. It happened.
That is very true. I seen it.
Oh, the one good Jamiroquai song.
Yeah, Canned Heat.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That's from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, it's like that one where he dances to it or whatever. That jam's hype.
That is a good song.
Yeah,
And I like that you are a big enough person to be like, that's a good song. Like, without me even coaxing it, you're like, I don't know what the fuck Jamiroquai's story is, but that's a good song.
Dancing on ceilings and shit. I don't know.
You know, and I was, I respected that. I was like, all right, man, he likes the song, and he said, I like the song too.
It's a good song.
But you were man enough to say it without being, coaxed or lured into it.
Yeah.
What the fuck else was? Oh, Material Girl.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
There was
Highway Star.
Some hentai,
I already said that already.
Some hentai vibes going on during Material Girl.
I can't really remember the story on that one.
It was like the Gold Diggers.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then they got they ended up in like a castaway on an island situation.
That game's so fucking goofy. It's so tight though.
It's strange. I believe it started on a cruise ship, because the cruise ship level was before that. And then everything all went to hell. It was something like that, but hentai vibes for sure. But good soundtrack, for the most part.
Yeah, we haven't unlocked all the stuff, so we don't know.
Well, what I've played so far, you're gonna have to tolerate a little bit of
Good Charlotte and Sum 41.
Sum 41, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say that roll on. That's
in there?
No, it's not on there, but I thought it was like that band. One of their other songs or something.
I don't know what that band is, but...
Well, one of the songs at least sounded like it could be that band.
Yeah. But but like you said, for the most part, the soundtrack's pretty fucking nasty.
And Tooth, the owner of the DS, doesn't even fully know how to play the game yet.
What are you talking about? Oh, what, the spin?
The spin.
No, fuck that noise. Dude, okay, so at the end of each song, you have to spin a circle, right? But
it's a bonus round.
No, it counts, I think.
Yeah, but it is a bonus.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be able to get to it if you didn't beat the round.
Yeah, if you didn't beat the level or whatever. So you can, Nick always does it, puts a bunch of pressure on the DS.
That is not what I do, but...
The one time I saw you do it, it came with a protective case, but it came off now. So I don't want to fuck up the bottom screen. I can't do this fucking spin.
What Tooth is saying is not true. What you actually want to do is,
What do you mean it's not true? I can't do the spin.
Well, it's not true that I put a bunch of pressure on it.
Oh, well, it was the first time I saw you do it.
You treat the spin respectably.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
Like a lady. You put, a certain amount of pressure is good, but not too much. Nothing that it can't handle.
Hey, this is a PG-13 podcast.
No,
Motherfucker.
This is
Triple X.
No.
BMXXX.
No, we were talking about this before. The ratings before E and T.
Oh, MA-17.
This is an MA 13 podcast.
Because of fucking.
Unless you use the blood code.
Well, I think it's unlocked. I think we let the floodgates open. So yeah, Rhythm, Elite Beat Agents, fucking awesome game.
Definitely cool.
I know we're super behind, and it came out 4 or 5 years ago or something, but whatever. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, usually this podcast is about cutting edge stuff.
I know. I'm just saying. Well, because the DS, is this generation, but
yeah,
as usual, we're behind.
Were we hating on Chrono Cross a couple podcasts ago?
Yeah. I fucking hated ET on the Atari 2600.
It's garbage, man.
It's breaking news. No, but that game is fucking amazing, and you can check that out and see all the other rest of the games I got in our new show, Game Grips. The first episode's up online now, so go check that out.
Or if you don't just want to live vicariously through Tooth like I do, you can go buy one off Craigslist.
Yeah.
With a bunch of games for $50. It's not even expensive.
Not at all. I got mine for... Oh, well, you know what? I'm not even going to say. You're going to have to watch Game Grips and find out all that awesome information.
But, it's doable.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously.
Hey, you don't got to put a bunch of fucking batteries in that thing?
Nope.
What a game...
Holds a charge for a while, too.
What the shit did a Game Gear take? 8?
Yeah, for 3 hours.
8 AA batteries?
Yeah, for 3 hours of quote-unquote fun.
You fucking charge that guy like a cell phone, man. Just do your thing.
You can put it in your pocket. DS is the shit. Super rad. Seal of approval times 1,000. I guess no one could see that because this isn't a visual podcast, but there we go. Alright. So yeah, I've been super into DS lately, and Nick got to play it, so thought we'd rap about that for a little bit.
It's dangerous, though.
What is?
The DS. That Elite Beat Age is just you put the hooks in you.
Yeah, it's addictive as hell. It's so fun, man. Great game.
And all the games are like, even though I've only played that one, but what you told me about like Phoenix Wright and stuff, they're all like super like unorthodox and things that haven't been done before.
Yeah, I recently went through The World Ends With You, and that game was fucking amazing. And there's tons of stuff like that where you get these pins. And those are basically like your, weapons.
I don't know about that one too. Paper Mario did that.
Yeah, I think it was kind of the same thing, It's the same vibe, like action RPG.
That game kind of sucked though.
No, it didn't.
I never. Well, can I make a confession?
Yeah.
Can this be a confessional podcast?
All right. You never beat it?
I like rented it from like Palmer Video, which was next to China House in Fairview, which doesn't even exist anymore.
Okay, yeah.
So I couldn't really I can't really think of too many scenes that are darker than like renting an RPG.
You'd have to do it like every weekend.
I don't know, man.
To finish the game.
I did it. And
you
learned your
lesson.
And
fair enough.
There it is.
Alright, well, World Ends With You was amazing, but
you gotta admit the pin system is similar.
Yeah, it is.
I will cut you off again when I feel the time is ready.
Alright. But no, you are right, it is similar. But you get these pins or whatever, and they act as your weapons, so, you get like 6 or whatever. But each have a different ability, it'll be like scratch the screen, hold it on an enemy. Whatever, like blow into the microphone, yell into the microphone to do all this, activate their abilities. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's like a Seisha one, and you take it to like progressive field.
Yeah, and you fucking lose it like a dumbass. That hoodie was sweet too, by the way. I can't believe you just brought that up. That was like oh wow, that was like the best pin ever. Seisha forever, 90s emo. Mike Haley, I know you listen to this. Give a shout out. That's my main man right there.
I was actually listening to the I Hate Myself split 3 or 4 days ago.
Nice.
And it was fucking excellent.
Alright, well there's our 90s emo minute.
Caught in the flow with the captain of the cheerleading squad.
Stop, I'm gonna start coughing. Okay, so...
Dude, this guy's gonna start coughing, Barry, man. He's Fairview as hell.
So I guess in every podcast we should have 90s emo minute. Oh yeah, awesome pins.
If you don't like real Screamo, do not listen to this podcast.
Oh yeah, awesome.
No, I'm just saying it. I'm not trying to cost you listeners, but I'm saying it.
Awesome 90s emo pins that Nick loses. Seisha. But yeah, that game was sick. Awesome action RPG.
How the fuck were you able to keep your train of thought after that nonsense?
Dude, I bounced back like a rubber band, man.
So we're still talking about World Ends With You?
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Right.
I try. Action RPG, Square Enix. Wasn't really... At first, I really wasn't into the graphics. Cause
it looked like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I'm not really into that. Exactly.
When I was looking at it, that's what it looks like.
That's like what the graphical representation of that game is. Totally fucking...
Like people with like big feet.
Yes,
and
really like, spiky anime hair.
Well, I mean, my boy Cloud.
I know, Cloud Strife, Shout outs to, Avalanche 1212.
Whoop.
No, but like, I just,
snap.
Just not really into those fucking graphics.
Did I tell you about my like Shinra experience?
Yeah.
Speaking of Cloud Strife.
Yeah, you did. You sent me that text.
Yeah, that was soul crushing.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
So the graphics they're good for the DS. Don't get me wrong. I'm not super into like that kind of style or whatever.
Yeah, there's no need for it.
It's just kind of obnoxious, I guess. To me, it's all personal preference as always. So.
This might not make any sense, but if you're gonna make like cartoony graphics, maybe just don't stylize it that much.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's like super fucking in your face, like.
Because it had those like the like thick like outlines. Of stuff.
Yeah,
just like
not into it. But again, personal preference.
And I'm fine with cartoony graphics, but it just
I watch anime. Yeah,
it just
exactly.
Seems like that was a little,
Yeah. It was really cool. It was pretty deep. Level up system was great. It's just leveling the pins, but you also have a base level too. So you could grind on two different, I guess, I don't know, how would you say that? Two different kind of platforms, I guess?
Level up in two different ways.
Yeah. It was also really cool. At any time, you could start a battle. It wasn't random encounter. So you could pick when you wanted to fight. So if you want to grind, or you're stuck, then you grind.
Oh, yeah, you said you do it whenever you want.
Yeah. You activate this thing, and monsters come up, and you pick if you want to fight them or not. So it was really cool.
And I know when the game first came out, if you sent Square a fucking picture of your one strapper and it had at least 30 pins on it, you got like 10 experience points, just free.
So much flair. But it was great. It was long. Fuck. I can't remember how long it took me. I want to say like 25 hours. 30.
Super Red Reviews. The World Ends With You. It was long. Tell your friends.
That was long in a good way, because it wasn't... The story flowed really well. I don't know, it was a really good game. I'm trying to think more about it, because that was like last week.
It seemed like the one random encounter that I saw you in was lengthy.
Yeah, well you can...
it didn't just seem like
right.
Final Fantasy X or something.
No.
It seemed like there was at least a bit of strategy involved with
yeah, because
random battle.
You get two people. You control the person on the bottom screen with the stylus, and on the top screen you control them with the D-pad. It can get a little hectic, so you can make it where the computer will take over if you don't touch the D-pad.
Yeah, I try to control my stylist at Lady James Haircuts for Men, but she just took all my money.
Hopefully that's a nationwide chain, so people get that joke. But yeah, it gets kind of confusing, but like I said, the computer can take over, and then if you do anything with the D-pad, you regain control. So if it gets too crazy, I would just focus with my guy on the bottom.
I don't know if I want people to get that joke, because I don't know if I want that to be a nationwide chain.
It probably already is, my friend.
I hope it isn't.
Well, me too, but,
I miss the old days when the fucking sadness was just contained in the Midwest.
Yeah, now it's going worldwide. Now it's just going horrible and everywhere for everyone. Yeah, but it was a really good game, though. I definitely recommend it if you're a fan of RPGs, action RPGs.
Square.
Yep, Square. It is the best Square Enix game that's come out in a long time.
I thought you were going to say best, just...
Yeah, right.
That would be...
Nah, but it's the best one that came out in a while,
I mean, the last Square Enix game that I played was 12. 12. Yeah, so...
The one before that was 13 for me, and that was a steaming pile of dog shit, so... It was a good game. I recommend it. Another DS game that you should totally get if you're new to the system, or like I said, you like RPGs, etc., etc. So
I'm actually gonna jump in on this. Another friend of ours, my buddy Drew, also has played 13 and did the same thing too, which is not complete it.
I didn't even want to.
Yeah, no, he was literally the same thing.
Yeah.
He was just like, it's.
There's no point. It sucks.
He didn't say it was trash. He was just kind of like,
oh, it's trash.
He was just like, I'm done with this, and played Final Fantasy IX.
Awesome idea. Excellent idea. Why would you?
I've never played the game, so I can't make a judgment call on it one way or another. But I'm just saying.
Well, I can tell you.
I have
fucking trash.
I think I have 8 friends, and 2 of them have told me the same thing about that game, and the other 6 haven't played it. So
there you go.
So I have reason to believe that's another behind the times one, but
yeah, but whatever. We were just talking about past Square Enix. So.
Well, it's possible that people are still maybe getting a PS3 for the first time.
Yeah,
it's cheaper now, or
yeah, and fucking 13.2 just came out not that long ago. So
they made a sequel to that.
Yep.
Wow.
Soul crushing.
Yeah.
And I still can't get a fucking.
Wow. I played and beat.
You beat 10-2. We've talked about that before though. And I still can't get a fucking tactics. Fucking on RP, or I can't get a tactics on 360, but they can make that fucking garbage.
But you own it.
Well, regardless, man. I really like the one on Game Boy Advance. I'd like to see them keep going with it.
All right, this is a super rad first. We're going off the script. What do you know about a
What the fuck? What did we have a script?
A borrowing trade. They don't know we don't have a script. A borrowing trade. Tactics for Vegas story straight up.
Check that. Yeah, borrow trade.
No, borrow trade.
Yeah.
Not a trade.
Yeah, you're fucking straight up high. Yeah, if you thought I was gonna straight up trade that.
Well, that's not even what I was trying.
I know, but you know how much I fucking love that game. Yeah, I'm totally down, yes.
What about Tactics for Xenogears?
No, you have to fucking finish it.
Yeah, and then after I finish it.
Oh, okay, well then yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna...
Well, that will give you incentive to play it, because you'll be getting tactics.
I already have incentive.
No, you don't.
I want to play it.
We'll have to go back to when we actually used Xenogears for the music. And see how long that you still haven't beaten it yet.
That was about a year ago.
Yeah, because the fucking...
And I've been sitting on 30 hours in that game for
almost a year. No, because it's summer.
6 months.
Yeah. Because SuperRad's 1 year anniversary is coming up in March, which will be fucking awesome. I don't remember the exact date. It's on our YouTube, but our 1 year anniversary when we uploaded the first podcast is coming up.
But for some godforsaken reason, I beat Chrono Cross in like 2 weeks.
Dude, you fucking hustled the shit out of that game.
Yeah.
Like, every time I talk to you, you're just like, yeah, I'm like so much farther, you know, or whatever. Like, you blazed through that fucking game.
It's a pretty long game, too.
2 discs.
But I didn't really branch out as much as I could in it.
Right.
You know,
okay, so you didn't do a lot of the side quests and shit.
Well, I mean, why would I? I had a stack, man. I still do have the stack.
Stack ain't going away, homeboy.
But this is, when I say these kind of things, Super Rad listeners, I want all 4 of you to listen to this. It's not that I don't want to. I definitely want to. It's like when you say then you'll have some incentive to play it. It makes it seem like I'm dodging it or something. No, I want to be doing it. It's just,
Yeah.
For whatever reason it hasn't happened.
Well,
it's not that I don't want to. I definitely want to.
You gotta finish it. You gotta get on that grind, son.
Yeah, Xenogears is it's
not a short game at all, you know.
But it's it's laborious. It's intense.
I've never played all the way through it, so I really want to.
Well, the fucking person that owned it before me sure as hell didn't play through it.
Yeah, that mint disc too. Still no manual. Come on,
it looks like fucking
listeners.
It looks like obsidian. They're just the most shiniest, black with no scratches on it.
We still need a manual for that, Super Rad listeners, so get at us. We'll trade you something.
Yeah, toss that shit my way, man.
And I need a fucking manual for trace memory for the DS, so...
Put that shit in my dad's mailbox, I'll give you a cat.
I'll give you a fucking cat. You know what else we're gonna talk about today, Nick?
What are we gonna talk about today?
We're gonna talk about that fucking voice you just made.
Alright, let's talk about it.
Get serious. You know what we're gonna fucking talk about today? Sandman.
We should talk about that.
Nick finally is getting into Sandman for, trying to get him through the whole entire series, waiting in time for November 2013 when Neil Gaiman brings back my favorite comic book series of all time for the events that led up to Death's capture, Dream's capture.
Yeah, these are the prequels.
In issue number 1 of the Sandman. So Nick, you are currently you're on the 4th trade?
Yeah, 4th trade.
Which is Seasons of Mist. So you've read about 20 issues. Yeah, you've read 20 issues.
I think a little less than that.
Maybe 17, I think.
Yeah, because I think the normal ones are 7, but Dream Country was the biggest cutting off your dick in the history of the world, and was only 4.
Yeah, or it's 3, I think.
No, it was 4.
Was it?
Yeah, it was The Dream of a Thousand Cats.
Yeah, the cat. That's what I was gonna say. The cat one. Okay.
The woman. She's some part of the DC universe that got the rock, gave her all the power.
Oh yeah, fucking It's gonna kill me. I have it right here. We'll keep talking.
And then Midsummer Night's Dream.
Oh yeah, that's the other one.
They're replaying the Midsummer Night's Dream, and there was a fourth one. I want to say that the fourth one was the first time I saw Hob, but I don't.
Oh yeah, oh shit.
I think that might have been from Doll's House though, just like right in the middle of Doll's House, like randomly. I can't remember though. But it does seem like...
I can't remember.
It does seem like that would fit in with Dream Country.
Oh, Element Girl.
Element Girl is her name?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Her face... Her plaster face falls into, like, a plate of lasagna
and she just puts cigarettes out on her face and
craziness
shit.
ensues.
Oh, hey, it's Sandman. It is crazy.
But it does seem like that... Oh, you know what? It's not the first appearance of Hob. The fourth one in there, I think, is, Nada...
Yeah, you're right. And then you find out,
But it's not actually like, well, I know that that's going on with her now in Seasons of Mist, but it was like the, God, I don't know what they would be, but, it's like an African guy and his son, and he's like telling him the story of like not a meeting Dream and like
right to be a man or whatever. Yeah. Where he takes him out in the middle of the desert or whatever.
Yeah, and there's like a like the Glass City.
Yeah.
Not Toledo.
Isn't that the? Oh no, that's Miami. The City of Lights.
I think the City of Lights is Paris.
Oh, okay.
But Cleveland is the Paris of the Midwest, so.
Yeah, you're damn right. But so far,
it seems like either of those could fit in this Seasons of Mist.
Yeah,
though.
I can't.
I think it's that one.
That's the one I haven't read in like the longest time. That and Fables and Reflections.
I'll read anything that talks about circumcision.
Yeah, I just remember you texting me and being like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Sorry, dude."
Well, you also have to understand that she's like, it was like she picked up a sharp rock and just like things.
Hey, man.
Things got really medieval.
Gaiman, man.
Things got really medieval really quick.
Balls to the wall, would you say?
But Miami.
Hey!
Balls to the wall.
So what do you think of it so far, though? You're hooked, right? Cause
I'm already done. It's over.
Yeah, you really like it?
It's hopeless.
Do you think they can do anything that would just really fucking turn you off to it at this point?
I mean, I guess they could, but I can't imagine what it would be, and I can't picture it even happening.
Okay.
Because it's just so, like...
different?
Yeah, the whole, like,
It is a very hard... I was a little reluctant to bring it up, because it's really a hard, quote-unquote comic, It's not even a fucking comic, to describe and talk about, because it's just so intricate and...
Yeah, that
different.
That's a comic, but fucking Tom Clancy writes books. That's retarded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but it was the first.
It should be appreciated for what it is.
Right, and it's a fucking, in my opinion,
it technically it's a comic, but there's bad connotations with that.
Exactly. That's what sucks.
Yeah, so I know what you're saying. I take issue with that as well.
Because in my opinion, it's a master work of art. Like it's always will be my favorite comic series of all time. Punisher, close second.
Without sounding too corny, that's kind of what I was getting at too.
Yeah, it's just, it sucks you in. You can read it. You can read them in any order, honestly. But
speaking of taking issue, can I get the next one?
Yeah, of course. Fucking loser. But you can read them in any order, like...
No, they're fucking incredible. They're really hard to describe.
Yeah.
It does seem like you could read them in any order.
It's not recommended, in my opinion.
I wouldn't do it either, because what's happening right now in Seasons of Mist would be less impactful if I hadn't read the 3 previous trades.
It's cool that...
Preludes and Nocturnes, Doll's House, and fucking... Well, Dream Country wouldn't matter.
No, Dream Country. I think that's why they say stuff. Like, in Fables and Reflections is like that, too. Where it's just it's a collection of one-off stories.
Well, I guess Dream Country would matter, though, because if he's attempting, spoiler alert, rescue her from hell right now.
Yeah.
And they tell the story of Nada, or
Nadia.
Nada.
Yeah.
In fucking
Dream Country.
Yeah. So you know, you sentenced her to eternal damnation because she turned you down. That was a shitty thing to do.
You have to read the rest of Seasons of Mist. You'll see. You shall see.
What another thing that they do that I kind of liked a lot, I know you like it a lot, is they change around the artists a lot.
One of my only Sandman can do that. Because I fucking hate, like, there's so many Punishers, you know. There's so many, like, Punisher stories and story arcs, you know. And when you get an amazing story arc and a shit artist, you know, obviously they're an amazing artist because they're drawing for comics, but, like, I won't like the art, you know what I mean? When you get that, it just fucking ruins everything for me. But I can say this 100%. Every single artist they ever brought on to do Sandman has been fucking amazing.
What I'm going to say might sound a little over the top, but I'm going to do it anyway, if that's okay with you.
Oh, yeah, because we're always subtle on this podcast.
The fact that the subject matter is, like, just so surreal and stuff.
And heavy, too, you know, as they, like you said, you know.
No, it's heavy, but because it's so, like, surreal and...
fantasy.
You know, without stating the obvious, dreamlike.
Yeah.
It's okay to, like, change things around a little bit because...
Yeah, because...
that's how...
Exactly.
Things are when you're...
like, dreaming, you know what I mean?
Like, for instance...
for lack of a better term, yeah.
For instance, right now, when I stopped in Seasons of Mist, I didn't want to stop in Seasons of Mist. I was just... I had a long night playing Munchkin Booty with this fool and one of his homeboys.
Best game.
I had to fall asleep. But, I saw Lucifer at the end of it, and he looked completely different than the Lucifer that I saw in either Doll's House or Preludes and Nocturnes.
Yeah, Preludes.
But it doesn't cheapen it at all, because, like, the whole feeling of the book is just so surreal to begin with, and I can't... I'm not going to say dreamlike. Well, I guess I just did. But.
No, but it's cool because it's almost like a different interpretation, you know, like of someone else. Like well, obviously it is,
person.
But that's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, right?
That's why it matches up so well.
Yeah, it's so cool, and it works on so many levels. Because then, like, you were talking about how...
For the record, Super Rad, this is not contrived. I did not even think about that until right now during this podcast. But I think it is true.
Yeah, I
think you agree with it.
Yeah, because as usual, I never tell them what we're going to talk about before the podcast because
I literally have never thought of that until right now when we started talking about switching artists around.
Oh, really?
And, like, just the fact that it's, you know, the way that book is.
Yeah,
works well
it's perfect, in my opinion.
It's almost better, like...
Yeah, because you were just talking about how
it almost adds to it.
Yeah, because you were talking about how you just met Delirium or whatever, and, like...
Yeah, I saw Delirium for the first time.
When you see, like, what Jill Thompson does with her, like, the way she draws her, it's just... You'll be, like... just, like, floored. You'll be like, that's what that fucking character's supposed to look like.
It was... I actually had I had some fun with the very beginning of Seasons of Mist because, I haven't read the whole thing yet. Like I said, I wanted to, but when it started, Destiny was like calling like a round table discussion or whatever.
Oh, he wasn't in his fucking...
whatever you want to call it of the Endless.
Was he in his fucking garden? I can't remember. I don't know.
He was having like a banquet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And just like walking around
with his book,
looking like a monk.
Yep, with his book chained to him.
I think that's a tome.
Yeah.
Or tome or whatever the fuck.
I don't know how to say it.
Like a really thick book that'd be on like a magic card.
Well,
he was like sporting one of those.
That book is everything that's going to happen and everything that has happened before in the entire universe.
And will happen.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And he is a fucking slave to it also, from what I understand.
Yep.
That's
He's a G.
That's probably the best way to put it. Audible high five.
Yeah. No, but he's so awesome. But yeah, continue.
Okay,
You're saying you're having fun with
either way, Dream just showed up just like in like pirate garb.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
I love when Dream just like rolls through. Like he's like when he meets the guy every century.
Hob. That's the one that I thought might have been in Dream Country.
No, that's in Doll's House.
Yeah, but can you see it? It would have fit in there though, because it was like a standalone. I guess they're all standalones though.
You basically just find out the secret of the Sandman. But
no, how's my? Yeah, he's always like
he shows up like it was the 80s. He's wearing like ridiculous ass shit.
Oh yeah, it's really funny.
Yeah. What about Dream's wearing it, so it's fucking hilarious.
What about Death in like medieval garb though? Man,
I don't. Is that in Seasons of Mist?
No, that's the first time they meet Hob. They like.
Oh, that's right, because
they make the bet.
Yeah, they make.
They're like,
that's
this guy's saying he doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
What do you want to do about that?
Yeah.
Well, I won't.
I was gonna say, I thought you were talking about the first time we actually meet Death, and that's issue 8 when she hits him in the head with the fucking piece of bread at the fountain.
But yeah, no, like that's like the whole Hob thing.
Yeah,
it's like penny ale and cold bacon.
Yep.
Penny ale and cold bacon.
Yeah, he rules. But well, I'm glad you're super into the series. It would be cool because we
I'm not.
Well, yeah, because you're like addicted to it.
No, like I don't think you'll fully understand how bad it is.
No, I do. You're texting me at work. You're like, I gotta get home and fucking read this.
Anyone that's listening to this podcast, I'm sure, can relate to that feeling, though. Of
that's the best feeling in the world.
Be it a comic book or a
video game,
role-playing video game,
yeah, whatever. That's like the best feeling in the world. No, I'm
not gonna start talking about my emotional attachments to the characters because I'll get made fun of.
No, Layden's not here.
Oh yeah, he's not here. Like drinking like girl drinks.
Yeah. So we take some pot shots at him. Get him. No. No, I'm just saying because it'll be cool to like do the podcast and like get to your fresh opinion, right as you're reading them,
each one.
Yeah, so we can, and then if you go back and listen to them, you'll see the whole thing of you reading the entire arc,
When I get a crack at it again, it's gonna happen fast. I mean, it's gonna happen, like...
Because Game of U's not that long.
It's
alright. It's decent size. I read it.
Well, I mean, it's...
You're gonna read it in a day.
I know how thick it is because I have it.
Right, yeah, you're gonna read it in a day, is what I'm saying. And then, Fables is pretty thick. So, visual... Oh yeah, I forgot. It's not a visual podcast.
But this is the thing, though.
Yeah, it's like...
I don't try to race...
258 pages.
I don't try to race through them because, like...
Well, there's no point.
We just spent a bunch of time talking about how great the artwork is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't, like...
No, you don't take the artwork for granted. Yeah, exactly.
As much as I want to race through it, like, I almost... This sounds weird, but I make it a point to, like, not do it if I have to leave in, like... 10
minutes. Like, what's
not
the point?
Not even 10, like, half an hour or, like, an hour, yeah.
You want to, like, submerge yourself into it.
Yeah.
Get into it.
Yeah, like, and I had, like, I read fucking, Preludes and Nocturnes.
Yeah.
And Doll's House. And obviously Dream Country.
Yeah.
All in one sitting each.
Yeah.
But I did it at a time where I had, like...
enough time to just, like, think about that and not, like, a bunch of other shit.
There was no limitations on time at all, Like, I did it when I could take as long as I wanted to.
Yeah, exactly.
And it still happened really fast. But I don't think you should read a graphic novel when there's time constraints on it.
No, because, I did that the first time I read Akira. And I like sped through it, and then I went back and reread the first trade, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
I fucking, like, missed a lot of stuff. Because I was just like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just would read it when I didn't have adequate time, and it was stupid. So
I've actually never read, like, manga in my entire life. Which is weird.
I haven't really read that much. I mean, I've read, like, the big ones, but... Obviously, you know how much I love Akira, so.
Well, I like it too, but I mean, if you were to like meet me randomly on a street and I was like, "Hey man, this is the stuff I like," you would assume that I would have like read manga before.
Yeah.
But just for whatever reason, I just like never have.
Yeah, maybe after Sandman, I'll let you borrow the Akira trade, but I don't have the rest of them, so it kind of leave you on a cliffhanger after the first one.
Yeah, that's kind of the world I live in, man.
Yeah, but you can get those from the library. Go to your local library, kids.
Oh, should we talk about my Seasons of Mist experience with the library?
No.
Is that the issue that we want to get into?
No, we won't. Well, I'm glad you're into Sandman. I figured you would be. I mean, it's fantasy tinged.
Well, I am super into it, and he's trying to muzzle me. But the fact of the matter is, most of you, obviously not all of you, most of you live in or around Cuyahoga County. You have one of the best public library systems that there is. If people have holds on stuff, be punctual about returning your stuff.
Because I don't have everything.
And even if people don't have holds on it, just treat it decently, man. Like, it's not yours.
Get your shit together, people.
It's something that you take for granted that's really important and that you're really lucky to have, that if you lived in some fucking shit fuck place, it wouldn't be like that.
Fuck yeah, library riffs.
That's it.
Preach on.
That's it. That's the whole thing. But you can agree with that, right?
Yeah. I wasn't trying to muzzle you.
I mean,
I didn't know what you were going to get into. I couldn't remember. I thought you were talking.
Jesus,
I was thinking of something else,
man. I mean, the way that books are treated is fucking appalling. But I can't even. It's been probably about a year since I've got a DVD from the library. But that's just ridiculous.
I would never fucking get a DVD from a library.
It's fucking insane. People I don't know if they cook on it or use it as a coaster or what. It's free. It's a privilege. You're treated horribly. Stop doing it.
This is amazing.
Well, that's what I think about it.
Well, I'm glad. That was a good riff.
And I haven't got a CD from the library in a decade, but I'd probably have a rant about that too.
Rant on.
I'm not going to.
I know, that was a good one. I don't want it to be forced. That was a good one.
I don't even think that was a rant. That was more just
declaration.
A mission statement.
Yeah. That was a good one. Don't fuck up your local library, kids. And on that note...
Well, in every other aspect of life, you can be a shithead and get punished for it. But for some reason, you can do whatever the fuck you want to the library and give them 50 cents and it's fine.
Not cool.
You should literally go on probation if you don't take care of the things that you're given, in my opinion. I'm not even saying that for dramatic effect. I really think that.
Dude, Nick Gerlach for fucking city council 2013.
If you put a gigantic scratch on what the fuck are people the overacted Batman that just came out.
Rises,
if you rent that and it's fine and you return it with a gigantic scratch on it, you shouldn't be able to get DVDs for a couple of months.
You should have paid for it.
And then if you do it a few times, you shouldn't be able to
You're banned. You're banned from the library.
I'm not even saying it as a joke though.
I just imagine you though, with a band hammer, just banned.
Oh, actually, wow. Kind of like the movie, the Scarecrow in the movie.
Yeah.
I sentence you to death by exile. Yeah, there we go.
I can't wait to hear what that sounds like when you hit the recorder.
Sorry about that, everybody.
It probably just peaks on the volume or the music or whatever.
Do you think people think that was contrived?
I don't know or care.
We don't care about any of you. Yeah. Get red, stay red.
Cut. No, but that is actually a perfect place to
Wait, was that advice? I say get red, stay red, and you're just cut yourself.
just kill yourself. No, that
if you have a crush on somebody and they don't notice you, just cut until they do.
that will totally make all your problems go away. No, I was saying that's just after that.
If you ever feel
rant,
numb, if you ever feel numb.
Okay, that's enough. That is a fucking enough. No, after that rant's the perfect place to cut out because we're not going to top that.
I thought we agreed that it was not a rant.
Okay, I'm sorry. A mission statement.
After that factual.
Okay.
I want to hear you say the word fact.
Factual statement.
Are you actually saying that, or are you just saying that to appease me?
Okay, I'm not fucking playing this game with you.
All right, fine.
No, but it was a good one. It was a good mission statement. Now I'm kind of scared of what you're gonna do patrolling the libraries, but that's so. That will be on the next podcast.
I like the guardian angel.
Yeah,
It's like
right, with a fucking nightstick. It's like, holy shit. Alright, so we're gonna wrap things up today with that. That was a good one.
Sure, nerd found dead in library parking lot. It just says ... bottled.
Yeah. That rules. Well,
I'm just like holding like a comic book and just like bloody.
like the shittiest version of like Rorschach ever.
Oh yeah, dude, it kind of would be like. I roll in there like, you don't get it. I'm not stuck in here with you. You're all stuck in here with me.
They're like, we're calling the police. You're under arrest, sir.
You have an outstanding warrant, so you're like,
you just stop beating people in the library parking lot.
Or like, no, like getting beaten. Like, I get beat up and then go to jail. It's like the worst.
Fucking nerd.
Kick him in the head. Come on, get him.
Get him.
Alright, y'all, we love you. I'm sorry that this one kind of.
Oh man, that was good though.
The ship capsized a little bit.
It always does, but that's what makes it awesome.
But I got much love for you, man. You militant, but I love you. Get red.
What was that from?
I think it was from Jerry Maguire.
Oh, that's right.
I saw it on TV like a week ago, and it kind of stuck with me. You militant, but I love you. Get red.
Well, thanks for listening, guys. As always, if you like the video, hit that like button, the subscribe button, tweets, retweets, tell all your fucking friends. Check out the new video, Game Grips, and yeah, get rad.
And don't become a fucking fan of CCPL on Facebook if you're a shithead.
Yeah, libraries forever.
Get rad.
Stay rad.
Be rad.